Bruh, bruh, bruh. It didn't do what I wanted it to do. A girl with pyrokinesis, a girl who can set shit on fire. It felt almost lackluster. It didn't scratch that itch that I was expecting to. And, this story is very similar to Carrie because it's two girls who have, some mind-bending powers, except it didn't have the punch. It went on too long. So for the people who haven't read it yet, just know that despite this being one of Stephen King's earlier books, I think it's probably the weakest one so far that I've read from his catalog from his early years. This one was published in 1982, and I just felt like it just fell flat. I honestly was falling asleep so many times reading this book. Like, you don't need melatonin. You don't need any medication to fall asleep. I just tried to read a chapter of this book, and I was dozing off 15 minutes in trying to read this story. And that is not my general expectation with Stephen King books. I thought that normally when I'm reading Stephen King books, I'm gripped in, I'm really interested. And if I am feeling tired, I'll power through and I'll manage. And here in the middle of the afternoon, I'm reading this book, I'm dozing off, I'm closing my eyes and I'm nodding off. This book just did not vibe with me. The pacing, like I said, was a massive, massive issue. The plot itself was just slow because of certain decisions that were made by characters, and I just didn't care. I just didn't care about this book. The cover of this book, beautiful. I think it's one of the nicest ones ever. I just wish that its contents were better, but you can't win them all. I thought the book was super slow after the first 50 or so pages. The beginning, so gripping. The chase, you have the intensity, the hard start, right? You have that fast start at the beginning. You're like, whoa, what's happening? Like just being thrown into it. Fantastic. And I think a lot of people are going to agree that Firestarter's beginning, the first 50 pages or so, maybe even a bit more, fantastic, great stuff. It's awesome. I was like, I'm reading it and I was really like, okay, I can already feel like it's gonna be a 3-star, 4-star read. The idea you have the government chasing after a girl with telekinetic powers and also chasing after her dad with telekinetic powers is such a great concept, but the execution just fucking sucked. I just lost interest in this book so fast. Even John Rainbird, the main antagonist, who has his own motives within the government to pursue his own plans, it just felt bleh. It just felt whatever. I just couldn't care for it. It's like, he had an interesting backstory. All right, yeah, his face is mangled or whatever, but his whole mantra, his raison d'etre of living, dude, I just couldn't care, dude. I just couldn't care. The main antagonists didn't really feel gripping. They didn't feel that memorable. There were so many different bad guys in this story. The redeeming qualities of this book included the whole idea of the shop being this mysterious American intelligence agency doing, some pretty horrible things, but in the interest of national defense. Yeah, I thought that concept was great, but I felt that the execution was just pretty weak. I felt like the shop itself was legitimately ignorant. They didn't know what they were doing. And for having the brightest minds and the best of the best, I just felt like they were massive pushovers trying to handle 2 people. And I just don't believe it. It's like they were understaffed or just ill-prepared for this kind of stuff. And I get it, it's a girl setting shit on fire, but dude, come on, bro. Come on, dude. And even the ending, I was like, all right, cool, but what the fuck happened to John Rainbird. I don't even know. So like, dude, I don't know if it's because I was not into it and I dozed off. I reread this page, some pages, so many times because I was just like, what happened? What's going on? I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, but this is not for me. All right. And for that reason, I'm gonna give this book a 4 on 10, a 2-star read. So let me know what you think about this book. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with me. And as always, Stephen King, forever.